Yeah, we do look crazy in our drama classes because we do a lot. We do horse lips, we do meows, and you need to stretch your mouth. You need to warm up. You guys must do this before your podcast, guys.
Yeah, we will.
Yes, let's do a quick session.
Teach us
Okay,
right
let's
now.
do a quick
Let's do it
session.
right now.
Okay, so just massage your face. And then you can just hum. Okay, so first step is humming. And then every time, do it for like 2 minutes. And then every time you run out of breath, you stop. Then, then you're going to now, the n sound.
Wow, doing
Now we're going to what my lecturer would call the village idiots, the sound.
I'm sorry.
Whitney is so invested. He's like, he is invested.
Yeah. Hey. Shit. Yeah. So I've been doing my shit. I'm just really trying to blow. Race against time, but I'm really riding slow. You be slowing me down, that's the thing, my bro. Looking at my homies who the realest I don't know. Even the closest looking like the furthest from me. Trying to work out the diameter.
Yeah, it's the same. They might just go to help with it. Or I don't know.
No, maybe it's a sin for killing them violently. Like I was prayer, perfume.
That's like poison.
I can't go to perfume. They say they peacefully go to sleep and never wake up.
Yo.
Not getting slapped on the face, bro. Just till you die. Bro, anyways.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, my niggas? We back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got my nigga Kadibo.
You know, it's your boy K_LIBO. You know, we back again with a special guest. I always say that, by the way. Special guest. First female on the podcast. First female.
Damn.
You know. First
Looking
actress
gorgeous.
too. Yeah, looking very gorgeous.
Thank you.
Looking paying.
The one and only. Like,
Hlomuga.
Oh, Kosiana.
Hlomuga.
Wait! Patata.
Hey. Wait, oh.
I know, I go buga.
Hey, Hlomuga.
when I did some research, like, there was no other Bongi Ngidi. It was so easy, bro.
On Google, ne?
Yeah. It was like Bongi Ngidi, and then her face everywhere.
Everywhere, like
Everywhere.
articles,
Everywhere,
bro. Everything, Vow FM, everything's popping up there, you know, Saints and Sinners, Rondi way. Hey.
Can I introduce myself?
Yeah.
I want to do it like you guys. Yo, it's your girl Bongi Ngidi over here. Catch me on the socials at Bongi Ngidi throughout. Welcome to
The Elusive Podcast.
Wow, guys.
Oh, you didn't even know?
No, you guys are supposed to like say,
The Elusive Podcast.
you know, like, oh my gosh. I'm thinking of like microwave boys and house party. I used to go like, thing, like it's a thing. Like, welcome to.
Yeah.
Ah, no.
You're still learning.
The intro,
Okay,
guys.
one more time.
Okay, it's your girl Bongi Ngidi and welcome to.
The Elusive Podcast.
Not those energy levels. Yeah, welcome to.
So actually, I wanna start by asking you, like, I actually like how you embrace like your culture, you know,
Yeah.
being Zulu, and you even had Umemulo. Who still does that? Like, but you had it though, and that's really dope because most people like abandon like their culture, you know, like we like adopted Western culture so much we forget about like our roots, and you know, but you keep that with you all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
For me, culture is a big part of my essence and my being. Ukuba umZulu, I mean, breathes life into this body that you guys see. Those that walk before me breathe life into the body that you guys see before you. So yeah.
Like ancestors.
Yeah. So I embrace being Zulu. I embrace those that came before me. I embrace language as well. I also think our language is disappearing.
No, for sure.
And for us as Africans, I was in Grahamstown for the National Arts Festival, and actually went to like they were launching a book about language, and this guy said, for us Africans, our language speaks to our bones, so, and to our soul, because even in our language, Masiti Sanbonani, Siti Dumelang, it's plural form. So if you look at that, as Africans, when we greet one another, we don't greet the person we're seeing, but we greet those that we don't see as well.
Damn.
You get me? So yeah. So if our language is it's rooted. I mean, our names to be like Bongi. Our parents didn't just come up with that. They came in for a reason.
Sure.
You know, so language is very important to me, and I mean, I feel like that comes with culture. So yeah, I love being Ibuto girls.
So it's also like instilled from home, basically. 'Cause
Yeah.
like you go to Emakaya to visit every now and then type of thing. Like
Yeah. So both my parents are Zulu. One is from Mutu, the other's from Imatatene. So the Zulu culture is something very engakulanayo, slaughtering.
slaughtering.
Yes, guys.
Yeah,
I kid you not. I was like the 5-year-old kid just holding the leg there of the lamb.
Damn.
You know, so some lamb chops. You know.
So you can do it on your own now.
Like maybe like a chicken. Or something.
Actually, I'm very scared of chickens, but now I actually would have no choice but to.
But to do it.
But yeah, like guys, ayinkomo ngiyibise no. But ayimbuzi ngayibisa bafethu. Ibutho how standard.
Hey. Hey, wait, oh.
Actually, I had to conquer my fear for Inkuku as of recent. Because also, not that I recently learned that I'm spiritually gifted, it's something that I've always known. And then when I had to come to the stage to, you know, acknowledge that, I had to carry 2 chickens, guys.
Or is it like an ancestral calling spiritually? Or just you, like, seeing other things?
What am I saying?
Like seeing like things that, like more like prophet Nyana.
You know, prophet, yes. You know, prophet.
Not ancestral calling.
No. Yes, guys, this will have to be a different topic for another day.
That topic is also another one, eh?
Yeah, because ziyahlukeleza izinto kunobungoma, kunethunya, kunomdawu. Like even within ubungoma, uthwasela izinto is different. Mina, okay, no, it's not ubungoma. Nabantu abanobungoma, abanamadlozi, banethunya, mina nginethunya. So yeah, it's ziyahluka. But yeah, had to, you know, step up to that, and yeah, it kind of had to force me to stop being scared of chickens. Because I had no choice.
You had no choice but to claim the chicken.
Dude, yo.
I'm scared of chickens too, actually.
Dude, they move too fast.
Yeah, dude, even just for the fact that you cut off its head and it still be running around, dog. That shit is scary, bro. Eish. Although she would think it's skr, ne? Although she would die, this one. Nah, but I also want to tap into my, you know, my roots, bro. Because I'm Tonga. My dad is Tonga, my mom's Zulu.
Beautiful.
So I want to go to like Emakaya, you know, learn how to speak
So,
Tonga.
washbula.
A little bit. Eish.
That's the only thing I know how to say.
Just like basic. At least you know something though. That shows that you're willing to learn.
Yeah, and I love languages.
Culturally, yeah.
Absolutely love
also
languages.
with like your industry, you have to probably learn.
Yeah. Pardon?
Which other language, like?
Fiamora. I think Venda's Di Maceroni or Nda.
Yeah,
but
I think it's
it differs
Dimacheroni.
with the gender. Swahili, it's what is it? Karibu sana, thank you. It's Jambo. Jambo is hello.
Jambo?
Yeah, Jambo. And they say Mambo.
Oh.
And then
That's a new one.
what's it? It's this Portuguese.
Absheni.
Hola. Como estás?
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem?
Como vai vida?
Gona loco.
I actually know Portuguese, eh?
Is it? I can hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're responding. I am shy.
Another story.
Man. Shona from Zim, like Ziri say means what's up, what's good. Then you say Iribo, Ziri say that's all is well. What about you? And you say Ndiribo. Yeah, Ndiribo is I am good. Yeah, I just like learning languages, guys. It's a thing.
Also, it's good to know languages in your industry, right?
Yes.
For like roles and stuff.
Because you get to an audition and they say, okay, so can you speak a bit of Sutu? Just throw it in here and there. And then here comes fully Zulu butolo lagabonile.
Yeah.
Kiri, dumelang, ehene. Ki sharp with Joe. Kunzima. You understand? Like, and then it's like,
And I asked the viewers, like, which one is this one now?
dude, and then I'll try to speak like Spitori. Kiriya jogi there, say Joe. I didn't hang. Like, no, we don't want Spitori. We want like Tswana. They'll be like, Joe.
I don't know. But one actor who's actually mastered that is Uzolisa Kaluva. I don't know if you know him.
Can I tell you a very interesting fact about myself?
Yeah.
I am an actor, but I really don't know names of actors, so I'd have to see the face.
He was Jason on Generations.
Oh
Yes,
my
that guy.
gosh.
Yo.
Yo.
Every language, bro.
Oh my goodness. I genuinely thought he can't speak anything but Xhosa.
Me
and
too.
the next thing, he's like a Superman. Yo, but he's also just a really great actor.
Yeah.
No,
And he
he's
speaks
great.
them fluently, bro. Like,
Literally.
you would think, like, even in Komora, he was speaking Tswana. At some point, he's speaking Zulu. And then he's
Oh
speaking...
yes, because he had to speak to Tembi Siete.
Bro.
Yeah. And he'd be like, and then next thing you're Tankaloku. And it's like, Matung.
Then it's Zulu.
Hey, but Joe, next thing we move. So you're like, hey, whoa, sit side. Whoa.
Every time you say Botso, I think of, like, Inkabi. Think of Inkabi, Joe. Like,
I'm so dead.
Yo, Stella. That's what I'm thinking of. Yo, Stella.
So in my mind.
In my mind, Ibutso. Well, oh, Mchita.
The face. I had the face. Yeah, but yeah, guys, no, language is very important in the industry. It's a big part of the thing.
So you like, you're so multi-talented. Like, you do radio, acting, obviously.
Qualified
run your
thespian.
own business.
Yeah.
So like,
Don't
which
ask,
one?
Don't ask me what I can't do, because it's a very quick answer. The jobs are like, don't.
Which one like would you like? Is your go-to?
In terms of what? In terms of money? In terms of
Like, which one was your dream? Like,
acting.
Yeah.
Standard acting was. Yo, guys, I realized I wanted to act at the age of 10.
Yeah.
I was in grade 4.
What made you realize?
I joined Speakwa. It's a certain art center in Benoni.
Yeah.
And I got picked to be in one of their professional productions. And it was going to Market Theatre, State Theatre, and I think Johannesburg Theatre. And I won't lie, my part wasn't that big. I was just a student in the play. It was called Imaru. It's actually a play. It's a play by Bessie Haidt. Bessie Haidt. There's no master of pronunciation. But
Afrikaans
anyways,
play.
it's not Afrikaans. No. It's an English play. It's written in English. It's about this. I was so young. I haven't read the play since. But it's about a teacher, or Ikoisan, if I'm not mistaken, or she's different and she gets discriminated against because of that. And even as a student, didn't take her seriously. Didn't cover. Sharpie, we go to State Theatre. And firstly, obviously, there was rehearsals. And then I got taken out of school to go to State Theatre. Like, Bongi Ngidi, please come with your bags. I'm like, where am I going? Next thing. Boom, I'm performing for like school kids and stuff. And I think witnessing that whole thing and obviously the actors that were more professional and at the time, because obviously I'm young, just looking at them, warm up, the stage being set up, and then I kind of was like, this is fun. And then after like the third performance, when I was like settled into the play, and I knew that after this line you must go out, and then when that happened you must go out. For me that was like acting, just know your cue. Once I knew my cues, I started playing around, and then I remember after every play there'd be like a debrief, and Phyllis was a director. She's one of the founders of the Speaker, and I remember she said something to me because there was an ad-lib for a line out, and I just started ad-libbing like my reality, but I put it into my character. And she said, Bungiwe, I love what you did today, and I could hear that you're speaking about something that actually happened in real life, but you put it in your character. And she's like, keep doing that. Even if your lines change every single day, play. Time of my life. And then from there, I was like, guys, it's like stepping into a whole new world. And it just that thing of embodying, oh gosh, it just makes me feel so alive.
Weren't you
Yeah.
like scared though? Like the first time you got on stage? Did you have like stage fright or like weren't you nervous? or
Never.
just naturally.
Never. Never. The first time I'd say I was scared within acting was the first time I had to audition in front of a camera.
Oh.
Yeah. I went from this to this. Like, and they were like, no, just be free. I'm like, I am free. And you can see the casting directors are like, you are not. You
You're
don't
not
even
free.
look comfortable, my girl. So yeah, that was the first time I would say I was scared. And then when I went to NIFA, the New York Film Academy, I learned how to conquer that and channel my energy. So I actually never get nervous for auditions. I do get nervous, but it's about channeling that energy into other energy. Yeah.
How do you do that? Because I always get nervous.
Till this day I still get nervous, bro. Just being on stage, like public speaking, like
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do that. This is easier for me because there's no crowd. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm comfortable, but like on stage.
Okay, so for stage, it's all about being in tune with self for me. Once you're in tune with self and once you're fully present, I feel like it's easy to connect with your audience. And if you set out a specific like goal for yourself, so I won't put it in terms of acting because you guys are not actors. Let's say you guys need to go speak to kids now and go tell them that, guys, follow your dreams. And then you guys get there and you say, guys, follow your dreams. No. Okay, you need to focus on yourself, focus on your messaging. You need to know what you are there to do. Once you know what you're there to do, you need to be fully present in the space. Being fully present is not thinking, oh my gosh, what if I say this wrong or what? It's about literally being in the now, like, okay, my hands are in front of me, my legs are crossed like this. And then you start picking up like little things like, they call it habitual patterns. So like,
Temperature.
I'm saying that habitual patterns.
Oh, habitual.
Yes, habitual
Or like
patterns.
from habit.
Yes.
Oh.
So like habitual patterns, for instance, maybe with you always sit the same way in the podcast. It's always like this. So that's an habitual pattern that you must recognize. But I'll pick up like with your habitual patterns, I haven't identified any, but maybe because I haven't really, but at the end I'll tell you like, when I'm out
Watch him crossing his legs. I'll try to
like, how should I sit now? But yeah, once you're aware and you're in control of self, and you know what you're there to say. As a human being, the mind tells you that you're in control of the situation. I think the minute you think, oh my gosh, there's people watching me, you feel like you're losing control of the situation. When actually the situation, it's just all about being aware, and then just speak.
Even when you walk in there, you notice you're like, oh, what the thing?
Exactly. She's on walkie, and then and the next thing, like, because it's like just be aware, like just be aware, and then keep walking, like,
Notice.
you know what I'm saying.
That's what I said actually on the one podcast, that people who are confident understand themselves and they know themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Truly.
And they won't trip and think.
Like, you know?
Even if I drip into some peace, I will say sorry to myself.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like it happens. We're human.
Yeah.
So like with me, I know for a fact my habitual pattern is I speak a lot with my hands. I've been asked many times in many auditions to put my hands behind my back and act. It is the hardest thing, guys.
Really?
Yo, these babies.
Yeah.
These babies are my babies. I wanna speak.
Yeah.
So and when you get ready for certain characters, if they say, oh, she's humble or whatever, or ooh, tobile, you need to be like, okay, I need to then act like this, and everything needs to come from the face, and then you see my head moves more, because now my head is moving for more, because overcompensating for the fact that I don't have hands.
Like you're seeing on Hard to Get, you were like such a sweet konyani there. I was watching it yesterday actually. That guy was trying to rape you, and you're like, I'm beginning. Just like, like this is nothing like you in real life. This is literally nothing. You killed that scene actually. You killed
Thank
it.
you. That was actually my first time on set.
For real?
On TV?
Yeah. That scene was actually cut out of that movie. If you guys have watched the movie, it's not on there.
Really?
Yeah, but the director was so nice to tell me why it got cut out. He sent me my clip, and I mean, I've been on other things where they cut out certain scenes. No director, nobody has ever told me why they were cut out. But like, okay, with some I understand why.
What was the reason?
For that particular scene.
Yeah.
If you actually watch the movie Hard to Get, so what Z had said to me, Z Ntuli, amazing guy. He texted me actually on Facebook. He found my Facebook page and was like, hey Bongi, I don't know if you remember me from set. So listen, your scene didn't make the cut. I didn't even know that at the time. I didn't know that everything that is shot doesn't make the cut. So I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I can't act. It's over. And then he was like, no, it just, once you see the full movie, you understand. It didn't fit in, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. And then I showed my agent. I was like, this is what they said. And then my agent at the time was like, oh, that's really nice. That doesn't happen. Sharp sent me the scene, saw it, was happy. I went to the premiere, and I remember, I think Mbulelo was there. And we were chilling. It was me, Mbulelo, my sister. I think Fezega was there as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was the four of us, yeah. And we're chilling, we're watching. And that's how Shadow, I don't think I told Mbulelo. I don't know if I did. If I did, yeah. I'm like, I actually get why it wasn't in the movie. To this day, when I watch that movie, I know, I think I know exactly where it was supposed to come in. But it just would have been like, why is that scene there?
Yeah.
Like, theoretically, it made sense. Because when they explained it to me, they were like, oh, this scene is when she saved you, when Tishiwe saves you, she sees a younger version of herself. And blah, you know, like, I was like, damn, this woke.
That's what I saw too. That's why I thought it was going to be in the movie.
But when you watch the movie, dude, you like, being a there's no need for that scene. Like, we get that Skits, I know Tishiwe's character was Skits, we get that Skits was, you know, a very tough character and a very tough, she was probably raised in a tough background. That's why she's so tough. So there was no need, and I think there was no need for them to visualize that, because I think Tishiwe's embodiment of the character showed that. They did it sorry, I almost said she. Sorry, Coco.
They
did it absolutely perfectly. I could not fault them. They, like, so I understand why the director took it out, because Tishiwe did the things. Sometimes we don't need to show the audience everything. I see Lima. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you were young also at that time, so
I
guess you were still learning.
Yeah, like it's so weird. The first 2 gigs I ever booked, I was either getting raped or almost getting raped.
Oh, pity.
Not even getting. You guys must see my Zibondiwe scene where Sebeng, yeah. Umpo actually is just about to rape me. That was the second gig I booked. And I remember I'm like, maybe, like, what is it about me that, you know? Then I understood that I play worried very good. So I play worried and looking in distress very well.
Yeah, you do actually, because I'm thinking about Saints and Sinners now also.
Like,
you played that very
I actually watched that, like, did you watch it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rooting for you when I saw them, like, hey.
No, guys,
You know,
thank you.
alongside Tuso Betu also.
Yeah, oh, she was amazing. She was
Saints and Sinners was huge.
It was.
It was very big. I was so honored to have been on that set.
Tell us about that journey also. All right.
Oh, Saints. I think I'm answering.
And Sinners.
Okay, so Saints, I remember going to the audition, and what was the scene I was, that was it. Okay, I'm getting confused because I auditioned for Saints at the same venue I auditioned for Izibondi. But, Saints! Funny story actually. Guys, it was my birthday weekend. And I had my German friend come into the country to come visit me. He was there for about 2 weeks, so he was sleeping in my house. Shout out Vincent. Ooh, he's actually a really big deal now. Magnolia Park. He's a producer. So shout out to him. So Vincent comes through. I have my birthday weekend. On the Friday, we get lit. We get super lit. And then my agent pops me an email, and then she has this thing. It's if she pops a brief in the in the evenings or after hours, she will either call you or she will text you on WhatsApp. I don't see the email. I'm within. Yeah. I get to Club's text. I'm like, okay, Anna, what's up? She's like, please check your mails, check my mails. Oh my goodness gracious me. It's a whole entire audition for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I tell her, ma'am, I am lit. Probably gonna wake up hanging. And all my friends were sleeping at my house. So I'm like, it's practically impossible. I was like, Anna, I can't. And I don't know, for this, like when I tell Anna I can't, usually she's like, okay, girl. But that day, she's like, no freaking ways. She calls me, my darling. I'm like, yes, Anna. She's like, please go. You know what? Tell your friends they must just wait for you. That audition's going to be quick. It's scheduled. It's not going to be full. It's on the weekend. And it's not her job to know me to go to auditions. So I know, like, I love my agent and I respect her to bits. So if she asks me nicely to do something, bro, I'm going to go. So I literally, then I go to my mom. I'm like, Ish, Mama, and has sent me 2 scenes. It was actually 3 scenes. And he auditioning on 9 next day. And she's saying I must go. And my mom is like, dude, listen to Anna. Listen to Anna. Like, either stop drinking now, make a plan.
Drink water.
Like, she's like, make a plan. I was like, okay, fine. Let me breathe, you can do this. Sharp, next morning, I won't lie, I didn't learn my lines. Didn't learn my lines that night. And the next morning I wake up, everyone's like passed out. Shower, get ready. The brief was like, she's a placer, whatnot. Sharp, I weave. I wore like a fur jacket. I was just looking bougie. I drive and I print out my scripts, and at every robot, I'm here. Okay, sharp. And the scenes weren't too long. So I learned about 2 scenes on the way to Joburg. And then the other one I just perused over. So also I don't like learning scripts like word for word and this moment. You know when a script says cry or in. When do you give me time as an actor to play? So the text for me is always a guideline. So that's what I did. I made it a guideline, and they said, Vernac. That's the best. And they say, Vernac, guys, yo. Guys, give me a script in English, give me a script and say, make it Vernac. Living, busy, it's adding spices. And sharp, I get there and I see 2 guys, and when I see 2 guys, I get there, I do the 2 scenes. And I'm like, okay, thank you. They're like, no, the 3rd scene. I said, God damn. I said, just give me, that scene, now you must act like you know it. I just need to re-look at it.
You're improvising.
My boy, I didn't learn that scene. I looked at that scene, and it's always about what your character's like. I was like, what is my character trying to say in the scene? And I remember there was a scene where she's telling she's telling Uboni Uketiwe about the place that Uti, the bathrooms are marble and the wada and blah blah. It's like, okay, sure, Bongi, let's do this, bring it back home. What would I brag about at home to, if like as Bongi Ngidi, what would you need to bring it back home. I'm like, And I think we had gotten like a cool tap or something dumb, guys. I was like, oh yeah, we got that cool tap, the one that has, it wasn't even a center tap, it was just really cool. Think about the tap. I said, let's roll. And I did the scene. And then there was a point where Tuso was like, how long are you going to keep this going? Wada. And then I was supposed to be sad. And in that moment, I don't think I've ever done that scene the way I did in the audition room, because I didn't know the scene so well, but I knew the words. What were Tuso's words? Well, the reader's words to me cut so deep that they actually cut me. And I was like, when you actually, and that's acting, when every reaction is
real.
Is real. So I think that's where I learned with be script, and then no, that's not real because it's surface based. Everything is not surface based in acting. Everything is down here, like it's 6 foot under. It's all about that. And then I left and I didn't know how to feel about the audition. Went back, carried on podding. A week later, I was going to do my nails. I was at Lakeside in the parking lot, and my agent called me and she's like, "You got the part. You are a supporting lead. You did it. You're going to be on the whole season." I was like, holy crap. I didn't know how to react. And I'm so glad I was driving in the parking lot. So I think I would have crashed the car.
Was that like your first big break, you'd say?
Yeah, it was my first, being like...
Because that was huge.
Dude, like...
That was huge.
Being on every... I was like, God damn. Okay.
I'm sure you'd record it, man. Like, come home and watch it.
And I do that because I want to self-critique and get better for next auditions and all of that. But being on set was amazing. It was amazing and also a learning curve for me because I learned that you don't shoot everything in sequence. So now I'm shooting the part where the blesser has hit me on the first day. And then the next scene we're jumping to is when I meet the blesser. So it's like now I'm switching motions. Damn. So it's like, that was the learning thingy for me. And I didn't understand when they're like, okay, we're shooting day, blah, 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 continuity. I'm like, what's happening? Why are they taking pictures of me? And then wardrobe is taking pictures of you. And then you must make sure that, guys, like, I was just like gooning. And then there was this one scene I remember, I got home and I cried, but the only person that held me down in that particular moment was Tuso. If Tuso didn't help me, guys, I was gonna cry on set. It was a scene in the cafeteria. Ngibambe istock suite. I hate that stock suite. That's angazi bengisivulelani. To this day. Dude, when I see that scene, I'm like, guys, let's stock suite list. So it was a scene where I say to her, I know what you're doing with the teacher. And then she says to me, like, we're having an interaction though in the cafeteria. Guys, we reshot so many times. To the point where the director had to fly in. I think...
Had to fly in to the set?
Oh, so it's called flying in. So we can be shooting here, but the producers and everyone is sitting over there and watching from there. And then when they have to fly into set, it's like, okay, director flying in for Bongi, then that means they're walking all the way from... I don't know what they call that station, but there is a term for it. And then they come give you notes. I think they flew in about 5 times for me. Bongi, you're not... dude, and I think... You're not giving us... The thing is, she doesn't hate Bonnie. Ketiwe doesn't hate Bonnie. She just envies her, but it's still her friend. And I know listening shyly, but incapable. And then so literally, I think I don't know if mics were not. I think the mics. They were like redoing the miking or something. So the mics were off, and that's when on set you can clever. And so was like, dude, just relax, breathe. Continuity, that was good. Okay, you got it. But your stock suite now. You started the scene with it here, and the next thing is for
it's the small things, man.
Dude, like it's like now it's here. So now and then it's too high. So and you in the other shot you had it in your mouth, and then you took it out and then you left. So now you hear it's almost like it came out of your mouth and it just kind of. Little Bongiwe is still trying to understand that, because we have one camera, we're shooting with one camera. When they shoot it close up and they shoot it wide, the actions must be the same. Because when they edit, and now when I watch movies continuity, I cringe. So at that time, I kind of didn't get it, but I got it. And Tuso was like, dude, relax. Deliver your lines. Angisho eba the stock suite la. Khumbula ukuthi stock suite la. Yenza vele kungathi vele qeda ukuskip. Usigcine lapho ungasaswisi. Noma ngathi okay. And literally after she gave me that advice, I think it was 2 takes. Abantu sebangikwatela on sets. The DOPs, they want to go eat for lunch. It's almost lunchtime, dude. And she's like, cut. Everyone's like, and I
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm the problem.
oh, the problem.
The pressures.
Wasn't me one more, just one.
Last chance. Is that what?
Last chance. Just that last. I needed the last chance, guys. And then, after Tutu talked to me, I think we got the medium shot done, and then they did close-ups, and then we were done. And then, yeah, that was a very hard thingy, a scene to shoot. The second scene was when she was crying and they're on the balcony, and she's telling Bonnie that the thingy, the blesser, yeah, I'm shy. And umfuna itlof all the time. Hey, Wafet, what's he keeping in this? I'm not keeping in this. Not a problem. Everybody silent on set. Keeping in this. Okay, and then what I like that they did is they see the tears rolling, they cut, and then they're like, okay, everybody set up for the next scene while she's still in that moment, action quickly, so that you don't get out of that crying. And then also the makeup is, the continuity of the makeup is also important. Get sharp, that was great. And then, it was also raining, also waiting for rain on sets is so annoying, because you get to a point where you want to go home, and then it's like, you can't go home because you need to wait for the rain after 2 hours. That's only way you can go home. Now it is raining, you have to wait. It's like 6 o'clock, guys, it's from Kahamba, you know. Sharp. The next day we shoot, or 2 days later we shoot, like, it was the final day on set. And I had to shoot that scene where I was coming back home and I had to cry into my mama's arms. But the action. But the hug. And then you must cry. It's okay. Not today. It's you. Guys, the tears did not tear.
At all.
At all, boy. It was like, and then, so once again, Ujo came to the rescue.
Hey, Tuso's an angel, was.
Dude, like, dude, I think if it was any, I was so scared that I would have if I gotten any other co-actor or, anyone else, they would have gotten frustrated with me. She didn't. She pulled me aside once again. She said, B, what are you doing to trigger your emotions? This time, guys, I'm 3 months into after, I'm not as qualified. I'm not an honest now. I'm not a qualified thespian. I'm just thinking of a very bad memory. And she's like, what did you do the last time, like, when we were shooting the other scene? I was thinking of a very bad memory at some time in my life. She's like, dude, your body's not going to, damage. It's not going to, hit itself twice. So if you're thinking of this bad memory, your body's protecting itself. The tears are not going to come. Because the body's like, nah, fam. If the last time this happened and we felt this way, we cried. We don't like crying. So we're not going to cry. So she's like, Bongi, what I need you to do, you need to get out of yourself, step into Kitiwe, and empathize with the character. Feel sorry for your character. And put yourself in her shoes, And then I cried.
Yeah.
And then I cried. And then my director cried.
Yeah, because you cried.
Dude, at the end of the scene, she called cuts and she came and she gave me such a big hug and she's like, I'm so sorry. This is just such an emotional scene because it reminds me of a particular moment in my life where I also came back home. I was also in the same thing and I can't fault you in the way you played it. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Tiso. Mbedu, guys. Tiso and Mbedu. Yo, guys, Ucho, I love Tiso to bits. She really carried me through that set and just making me feel comfortable with people miking you and people touch you guys on set. And obviously it's a bit weird,
Don't they have to ask for consent first?
No, yes, they do. They're very polite about it, but even with the consent, dude, it's bro, they need to get into your boobies. They need to see what color underwear you're wearing today.
Sure.
And it's only guys, even with the scene when I'm in the shower, I had to be completely naked for that scene. We tried to cheat it and I tried to wear tights and you could see it. So they were like, B, Olaf off.
Yeah.
And the thing is, camera guy is a guy. Sound is a guy. Assistant to camera is a guy. Sound assistant is a guy.
So the problem is that there's not many females that do those things.
There isn't. And I'm glad my friends from AFDA, that, you know, like Lavani, there's a lot of friends, female friends that are entering the space and being those female DOPs. Yeah. So I had to strip naked, and they did it so nicely though. Like, because I was comfortable and it was towards the end of shooting, they said, okay, what's going to happen is everybody's going to exit the room. Makeup is the only females that are there, and the director and producers said, okay, they're going to be there. They're going to steam up the shower. They're going to take the towel. Camera's going to be on standby. Sound is going to be booming. Everybody out. And then when close, like, they didn't close the door because they can't fully close it because there's a lot of wires. And then, yeah, they were like, no one is in there besides camera guy and sound. So at least it was 2 guys. And then, yeah, I took my shower, guys, in front of...
You want some, you know, like, hey.
You know?
Do they pay you more, like, to be naked?
That wasn't particularly a nude scene, but they do pay you more for nude scenes, nudity and...
sex scenes.
Sex scenes, yeah, you get paid more. The rates is different. For that
you specifically didn't for the shower?
No, I didn't, because none of my... Like, you guys didn't see it, my boobs or anything.
Yeah,
it was literally just my back. The only people who were exposed to the nudeness was technically the tech team, but
you should still, though, for them seeing it.
you know what? You're right, actually. I think I also never queried it, because I also saw that it was kind of out of the production. It was out of their control, and I don't like to be fussy. But I've also learned to be fussy, because and sometimes you do need to call your agents on set and be like, they're making me do this. Is in my contract, this was not, you know? But in that particular moment, I was just trying to help, because they were trying to get the perfect shot, couldn't get the perfect shot, and I was like, it's fine, I don't mind, guys.
And you're still young.
I mean, I was in first year. I was over 18, so...
2016, eh?
Yeah, 2016. So yeah, that was also difficult. And then there was, you remember we were talking about cutting of scenes? There was a sex scene that was cut out.
Of you and the blesser?
Yeah, that was, it was really funny.
What?
It was really funny to shoot. Like, it was really funny to shoot. It was really funny to shoot. And when I looked...
How was it funny? Like...
Guys, it's just... Sex scenes are very awkward, oaks. Like...
But with an old-ass man also, like...
Dude, guys, I begin to show it. They made sure there's a young pillow, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it was taking me from the back. You know, I was like, oh my goodness. Me and this guy are just laughing the whole time. Me and this old man are just laughing. Like, guys, when I watch a sex scene with the wife and all of that, I'm like,
Yeah, I was actually about to ask. That means that they get paid more, even in Black Door. You know the Black Door?
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones, like...
Definitely. Because
those look legit, bro.
That's proper nudity, and I am yet to experience what is the trick.
Yeah, like to...
Yeah.
they aren't having sex, but it really looks real. It really looks real.
I think it's
because they're both
the
fully naked, bro.
Yeah.
But I heard also apparently they put a sock on your dick. I heard, you know Tabang Mulaba?
Yeah.
Blood and Water. I saw him say it on Dicky Leonte's vlog. Apparently there was that scene of him in Amma.
Yeah.
Apparently he says he had a sock on his dick.
Guys, I haven't reached that label. I haven't been cast for such yet. So the day I do, I will let you know how it goes. I feel like I would love to, but a sock on your dick kind of...
I also heard like Madangivu, apparently. You have to train it to not...
Was the time hard?
No, he wasn't. No, the thing is, also we at work, guys. Let me tell you guys something about actors. We are at work. There's absolutely... There's nothing arousing about that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's awkward. It's
for
very
it to kupuga unaking, like...
Yeah.
unaking. Guys, it's Sisemsebenzini, and we take that space as a workspace. And then there's just so many people. And also...
Cameras there.
Exactly. And also just your co-actor, the respect you have for your co-actor. It's like we look at each other as siblings on set. So, can go some mavuka akawuni king go some
I wonder how sex workers do it then. Like OnlyFans or like porn and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Don't you think they probably
That's
take
kinda-
like Viagra or something?
Yeah, they took Viagra. They take Viagra.
Nazilap?
They have to take Viagra. Ayangazi. Assumptions.
I think.
Ompesu.
Yes.
Ampesu. Who's taking pesu?
Yeah, no,
I think I've seen like an interview where they said even like they do tests, HIV tests.
Oh,
Before every scene, like a day before.
is it?
I know there's that meme of the guy who's having sex with her, and then he says, "I love you," and they're like, "Cut!" Cut! I love you, cut!
Yeah, no, what is up with Jensen saying I love you mid-rounds? Alright, Oaks,
Hey.
behave. Behave. Behave, man.
Me neither.
But yeah, I know that was Saints, and then yeah, it came out, and yeah, it was very cringe to watch, but now I love watching so that I can pick up what do I do, what do I still not do, you know? Yeah.
I've seen your recent role is on Welcome to the Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had like veterans on that set too.
Yes.
That was pretty nice too.
That set was absolutely amazing. That set was hilarious.
I can imagine.
Guys.
That lady from Black Door.
Mam Linda.
Mam
Oh
Linda.
my
She
gosh.
was there. She's an OG.
You know, actually, I can't watch Welcome to the Family because I can see each and every scene where we cracking.
Yeah.
And even where Vazi. So the scene where Uvazi introduces Nolo to the family.
Yo, Nolo's my crush, bro.
Seriously? Do you want us to call her?
Right now?
Yeah.
Maybe off air. Maybe off air. Nah, don't call her now. Come on.
Let's see your wrist,
Like-
boy.
Nah, dog.
Live your best life.
Is she married?
No, she's not.
She's single.
Hey, you'll have to ask her.
Are you really calling her?
Yes, right
Ain't no way, boy.
Next thing I don't have airtime, that would be so embarrassing.
What are you gonna? What am I gonna say? I don't know what to say. just tell her I'm
It's
with
not even ringing.
some guy and he thinks you're really like attractive and he's a fan. That's it. Oh my god. Oh my god, you really doing this?
Everywhere I live, dude. Oh my god.
Hi, boy, show me.
Kwenzenjani?
Hi, Nolo, fix your face.
Hey, what's up? Hi, Bongi. How are you?
I'm good, my angel. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
Show me. I'm sitting with a very handsome young man who says you are his crush.
Young man that says I'm his crush.
He yazi maka introduce umfana abantu ngiyekhulumela ithando yabo.
Bongi, no ways.
Hi, crush. Who's the crush?
Hi. I don't know what to say right now. I'm speechless, honestly. I'm so speechless. I have stage fright. Because I see you on TV and like you're so beautiful and like, you know.
Oh, you're surprised. I appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, no, you shouldn't have.
Yeah. Look at you being all humble.
Show me. I miss you though. Happy New Year, my angel.
Oh, Happy New Year to you too. How have you been?
I'm good, Mama. I'm just chilling with Caleb and Wuhle as we were recording their podcast. And I mentioned you, and then they're like, crush. Ngathi asimfoneleni sibone ukuthi crush.
Okay, got it.
But
Thanks
yeah.
for the mention,
She's gonna see it though.
She says thank you for the mention.
Alright, it's a pleasure. You're gonna see it. She's gonna see it.
Oh, have a good day.
You too, my angel. Bye.
Okay, sharp.
Wow.
You met your crush on the
Oh,
phone.
no, with the raven, eh?
No, she was on Scandal.
Oh,
Party.
Sister choose so good the raven.
I don't know.
Oh, I
But I don't think so.
No, she's not on there. She's
she's
on
on Scandal.
Lavish. Is it Lavish? As a cop, yeah.
Oh.
She was say party on Scandal. Mama got
She was even on East Hindi, so.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes. Oh, uchergale the
I don't know what she's saying, so I don't know.
okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, Spite. I know her Spite. Spite.
So she's actually also freaking hilarious.
Really?
Literally, I've saved her as Fix Your Face because every time on set, when she's livid, she just goes, and I'm like, fix your face.
Fix your face.
It's hilarious.
Damn.
Love Nolo to
no,
bits.
it's that one. Oh,
Yeah, she-
Dala X, and then-
Dala, yeah. She was even on Silly Matunzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So that scene where Uvazi is introducing Nolo to the moms, and then Mom Linda goes, "Ngasonglinga." Yo, guys, I think it took us like 10 takes because we couldn't not laugh. Like we were, yo guys, Mom Linda, in every scene you just have to be like, like, oh my gosh, she is absolutely amazing to work with, and she just makes everything so funny. Like, yo, so
She
yeah,
seemed
that
like a
was-
funny person. Actually,
She's
like,
hilarious.
yeah. Judging by her acting, her scenes, and her role she's played.
Dude, she is hilarious. Yo, Mom Linda is hilarious. Like she's, oh my gosh, yo.
Usara from Generations also. She's
Yes,
actually,
Mom
she's a
Jelly.
great actress too.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's
Have you seen her
amazing.
on Umkhokha?
Yes. Yo. On Zanti Magic. Yo.
The shooting season.
I hated her, bro. Like I really hated. She killed that role.
Yeah.
Almost like Wise Man on Elstella. You know Wise Man Nigga?
I
He
know.
was
I just didn't watch Hostella, guys. But
You didn't watch it?
I know
You
Wiseman.
should watch it. Yeah, he kills it.
Is it?
He's like a villain, bro. And like yo. Yakwati. Have you
just
ever seen
hate
someone
him.
you just hate him, bro? Like
Yeah, no.
then you know that this person's acting.
Mom Dilly is amazing and she's so humble. Oh my gosh. Love her to bits as well. Like the whole cast was amazing. Even Umalum. He was Sunday from Usbai.
He's even on The Wife, ne?
I don't watch though.
What do you watch?
Don't watch, but it's actually a thing. A lot of actors don't watch a lot of TV.
Really? Why?
A lot of things. I mean, for me, there's some things I genuinely can't watch because I can't deal with the quality of acting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
So it's very cringe. Also time. I just also don't have time. Yeah, but Gakulu, it's quality of acting. Sometimes it's just like, you can see this person was cast for numbers, or you know. And also, I also hate auditioning for something, getting really close to the role, and then seeing who's actually playing it, and then, you know, rooting for them, and then watching like 10 episodes later and they haven't grown in the character. That pisses me off. I'm like, yo, you could have done so much by now.
How do you
Anyways.
feel about when they cast like people like instance and shit?
Oh my gosh. What's in Kali? Guys, what's in Kali? I could cry right now. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I think it's something that in the industry is spoken about a lot. Because people get hired for numbers, guys, especially these new shows. When the show is new, you need to be a person with numbers. I'm a follower, one digit. Like, if I don't have the K, I know. There's genuinely some things I go for castings, and I know, like, instinct, like, I know immediately. I'm not going to get this because, okay, number one, okay. It's either they, like, specify we want fresh new faces, we don't want old faces. You know, okay, la.
But you, like...
I'm a fresh
you're
face.
fresh, yeah.
I'm a fresh face.
You are a fresh
I like to think I'm a very fresh
That's
face.
hectic. That's basically like the same as in every industry, because even in corporate, you want experience. You just graduated, they want even music.
But it's not even
Numbers.
about experience. It's they don't care about experience. But in the
Numbers.
on Instagram,
Post something.
the reach that so if your followers see that, okay, you have 100K followers, and if your followers see that you're going to be on this show, they're going to want to see you on that show. And then acting and then Tinabanye, like, dude, I didn't study like 5 years for this to not.
So the art has been like, they don't care about the art of acting anymore. Like,
Yeah,
the passion.
there's very few production companies that still do.
I
very
know
few.
Mandla N does. Mandla N.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he does. for
definitely.
Sure. On Deep City.
Yeah, like if you look at productions like your Deep City, Gomorrah also put on a lot of new talent.
CC.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a lot of crushes.
Hey man.
You got a crush on
CC too, yeah.
CC's Zanelene?
Yeah.
Mazet.
Yeah.
And his sister actually knows her.
Is it? Oh, because
Yeah,
she went to
personally.
Rhodes. Yeah, she went to Rhodes. Yes.
There's a chance. There's a chance, Nyana, that, you know, maybe in the future.
Ufuna bani?
Ngifuna isithembu kahle kahle.
Oh, ufuna uba umseleki wena.
Ngifuna umselebu. Ngisho umselebu.
Uthanda nesithembu.
Uthanda nesithembu.
Nangumthombeni. So yeah, it's very discouraging. It's yo guys, that's one of the most discouraging things when you see. Sometimes you go audition, eh? Like I've auditioned for Scandal a lot of times, but each and every role I've gone to audition for, and I see who plays it, I always say to myself, I get why they cast that person, cause that person in J, in sense, by an actor, like, and it's never a face. Even if it is a face that's known, they cast right, man. Like they cast right. Then you look. I don't want to mention name. You look at other productions and you're like, but surely I could have done better. Surely, but not even me. Someone else get, you know. It's very disheartening. It does set you back as an actor. I used to let it get to me a lot, especially last year. No, the year before actually. It used to get to me a lot. Like a lot. But now. Guys, when my time comes, yo. And they're going to look back, those that didn't cast me are going to look back and be like, damn, if we actually had her, and now, oh my gosh. But hey.
And what's nice about you is you're also doing other things too. You're not just focused on acting purely.
Exactly. I try to focus on acting purely, and I sat a lot of days at home.
Damn, that's so true.
Yeah, I sat a lot of days at home, and...
Is that why you started your business?
Yes. That's why I started my business. That's
Undiscovered Brand.
Yes, Undiscovered Brand. Follow us on the socials at Undiscovered Brand. On Twitter at Undiscovered
What's the
_
business
B.
about for the peoples?
Oh, Undiscovered Brand is...
And the name also, like, tell us the story behind the name.
There's no story.
Really?
Okay, there is a story. Okay, so essentially, guys, I'd say I took not a gap year, because I was still studying. After my honors, I took a year to fully concentrate on my acting and go to auditions and dedicate myself to the craft, right? It's technically like 2 years. Yeah, it was a year. It was 2021. And then I went into radio, you know, fully dedicated myself to the craft. And I spent a lot of my days at home and I got no money, and, you know, and then at Vow FM, besides being a content producer and a presenter, I then also started helping with the marketing. And then I realized, Bongi, you've actually always kind of had a niche for marketing, and kind of hosting events, and, you know. So then I was like, dude, maybe one day you could own a marketing consulting agency and do marketing for companies. Because for me, when I look at marketing as a stage production. English. I said, deplete my bundles. A stage production. You have the pre-prod, which is pre-production. And that is strategizing the strategic plan, strategic marketing plan. And yeah, just the brainstorming sessions, the think tanks of where and how you want to advertise your product or your business and what angle you're taking. Sharp. Then you go into production. Production is actually making the production happen now. That's it's part of pre-prod as well, making the posters and everything. But then production for me is making sure that it gets out on the right platforms at the right time to the right people. And that's like the show is going live. And then the audience is your followers, your clients, the people that you're speaking to. So the way you want to go live is the way you've prepped in rehearsal, which would in stage or in theater or in acting would be pre-prod. In your script, now you must execute it and make everything go. And the lights must spark and everything. That's the production, and then it's received, and then you have post-production, where now you look at your insights. You look at, there's so many lovely tools on Meta now, where you can look at, oh my gosh, this is how the reach, these are the impressions you made, and so forth. And then that's post-production, and then you make a report for your clients, and you see how you can improve. And you see what worked, what didn't work, and then you go and you make another production. You go into your think tank, pre-prod. So I realized I have a niche for marketing because I look at marketing the way I look at my craft. And I respect it as well because it speaks to people and human capital in a sense. Sharp, I go to my sister, I'm like, dude, I know you have this company called Undiscovered. She's done a lot with it, Undiscovered Minds. She's done a lot with it. And I was like, can I kind of check it and make it Undiscovered Brand and then make divisions? And that's exactly what I did. So there is Undiscovered Brand, that is the mother company. And then within we have Undiscovered Minds, that is learning development. And
like a
consulting.
subsidiary, kind of.
Yeah, so it's like little divisions. And then we have Undiscovered Marketing and Consulting. And there's Undiscovered Communications that deals with PR and all of that. But Undiscovered Communications and Marketing and Consulting kind of work hand in hand because even with events that we do and whatnot, and we need to work together because if there's an artist or someone that Zinzi, who is head of Undiscovered Communications, my cousin, if there's an artist that she's managing, maybe I want them to come to our event, then
it's all connected.
Yeah, it's all connected. So Undiscovered Brand, we basically are split into three, but we try to take a holistic approach into everything. And we just value our human capital and our clients' human capital because without the human capital, you kind of don't have a business, you don't have a company. And we take pride in kind of engaging and helping you engage with your audience the correct way. And
so since you took your sister's name of her Undiscovered Minds, does that mean like you guys share the whole company?
Yeah, I've signed up as a director.
So you're like a co-founder.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. So I also want to take a different approach to like marketing as a whole. I feel like there's a very basic way. Like now I'm studying at the Wits Radio Academy, and I did a marketing module. One of my modules was marketing. I get the basics of marketing and I respect them. Those are the pillars I work off. However, I want to take a new approach, and that's why I say I view it as a production. Because within a production, when you're writing the script, what you want your audience to take away from that play or that production. So that's the approach I'm kind of taking, and also this integrated approach. We're living in, what evolution is it? Tech.
Yeah. Fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah, so everything needs to be intertwined. You can't just have, and you can't just have one. Everything needs to speak to each other, and also it must speak to your business. Don't be a business that is on Twitter when you actually have no business on Twitter. Also know the platforms and so
everything should be curated.
Yes, everything must be planned like a play. There's lighting, there's sound, there's the script, there's the director, there's the stage manager, there's the actors, there's wardrobe. All of that needs to be factored.
So since for everything, like you refer to your stage and your plays, did you also do that with radio? How did you do that if you did?
And how did you get into radio actually?
Guys, radio, I've always wanted to do radio when I was a kid.
Before you wanted to do acting?
No.
Can't be.
No.
It has to be acting first.
Definitely after. When I was in high school, I had a radio and I used to listen to Metro FM. I used to listen to The Mornings with Glenn Lewis, Unathi Msengana, and Malpala. That is what made me fall in love with radio, because it was a conversation and I felt part of the conversation, and it was such an important
like this kind of,
Yes.
Exactly like this.
And even though I didn't see them, I appreciated that even if I was alone in my room, I never felt alone. And that made me want to do radio. Like, I always wanted to do radio, but it's never something I brought up. I was like, let me focus on my acting. As the time went by, studying drama, learning to articulate myself better, and also then studying radio as a module, understanding the medium, I fell in love with it even more. So I did it in my third year as one of my modules, and then in my honors, I won't lie, yeah, no, Wits didn't really hook me up. Yeah, also COVID, guys. COVID hit. It was very tricky. And I wanted to join VowFM because I was at Wits, but then COVID hit, and then they weren't recruiting, and then, you know, I was even like, I'm right, I live right by Wits, like, it's fine. Like, they were like, no, nobody's in studio right now. So I was like, okay, sharp. And then I went, after COVID, I DM'd, I DM everyone, guys. I just look on LinkedIn, programs director or station manager of any station, I'm pretty sure they know or have heard of me. I will DM you like, I know you. Hi, I'm Bongi Ngidi. I'd love to just come into space and learn. I don't have to do anything, just to come and observe. That is, you know. So YFM, Vow FM, Metro FM, 5FM, all the Power FM, all the radio stations that I felt, you know, I would fit into. And then Vow FM, Al-Shreshe responded on Twitter. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, breathe. And then she said something like, can you come in tomorrow and something like that. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll come in. And then I went in and they were doing like a business sermon thing on radio, and it was live and they were broadcasting, like they were doing an OB, it was busy. And I remember walking in and then she just kind of put me to work. She was like, okay, here's a piece of paper, go to reception and start calling all these people and make sure that they're ready for the interviews on air, blah, 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 blah. I was like, great, yes, the time is now. Did all of that, and then was it what do you call, not a sermon, what do you call it, guys? Come on, guys.
Seminar.
Seminar, yes.
Seminar,
Then
yeah.
the seminar ended. The seminar ended, yeah. And then once it ended, she called me in. She said, hi, who are you? I said, I'm the one who's been DMing you, you know? And then she's like, oh, okay. And she asked me, why do you want to do radio? And the first thing I said is because I've been told that I have the voice for radio. And she said, I don't want to hear that.
Yo.
She said, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
If you want me to say no to anything you want to do here, tell me that.
With a straight face.
Yo, see that's guys, Guti, I love and respect her so much because she's very passionate. So she wants to make sure that you are there for the right reason. And I told her I love how radio plays with the theater of the mind. And it's a conversation. Like I keep saying this, guys. I don't know if it's because I love talking, but I appreciate conversations because communication with our mouths and our voices is such a powerful tool that we have as the human body. And for a medium to be able to, there's a medium of like radio is a medium that gets to people and reaches people and touches and changes people's lives off of this one element of the body and the voice. And I was like, that I cannot get over that. I love how even if you listen to radio, it feels like they're speaking to you and you only. I love that. I like, it doesn't feel like they're speaking to millions of people across South Africa. The conversation feels like it's directed at me. It's almost like I'm in church. You know, they say, stand up if you feel like this changed your life. Radio didn't change my life many times. So that's why I love radio, and that's how I got into radio. Then I started at Vow FM as a content producer.
So is that what you said to her?
Yes, I told her that I love how, conversation thing, communication. And then she was like, okay.
No, she was bored by that.
She was like, okay.
Sold.
She was like, all right, you can be a content producer. You're not going to go on air yet.
Yeah. It's fine.
No fuss. And then I produced the recruitment agency with Kabza. And then after a couple of weeks, I think after like 3 weeks or a month, got put on the show. And then, I think my only flaw with radio that is something I need to learn and I need to fix, and also the economy also just makes it hard, is my consistency. It's something actually I was telling you guys earlier on. It's very hard. coming from Benoni, going to Joburg on a daily basis. Petrol, guys, I don't work.
Yeah.
Okay, I do work, but
That's only like the beginning.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't
You're
even
not making like big bag now.
I don't even pay myself a proper like salary yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, going and being there every day is difficult. I'm also a sickly person, which I'm trying to fix. Your brother's actually very worried about me.
Really?
Actually called me when I was in hospital. Yeah, he video called me. Him and Lungi. Like, they were like, dude, leave meat. Guys, I'm going to leave meat. Aye, man.
Does it make you sick?
No, it doesn't. But they said they think I should. It will happen. I think it would. Guys, inyama ingcolile.
No, it is definitely.
So they were, you know, yeah. So yeah.
It is. But it is though. Because we actually watched a documentary before my brother became vegan. Together. We were like, okay, we're leaving meat. He left meat. Hey,
That's
man.
the documentary. Maybe I should check it out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But like,
Send it to Bongi also.
yeah, I will.
Maybe I'll be
For sure.
inspired.
I watched it, but I still chose to stay, bro.
But see, I'm not a lover of meat. I can live without meat, guys. But also living without meat is a little bit expensive. Because I will want that substitute.
Exactly.
And those vegan-free green things there by Tickers, those things are expensive.
Yeah.
It's like 109 Rand for like a little box of nuggets that are not chicken, that look chicken. So yeah, health also, yeah, and then also we kind of had like a swarm of death in my family. So I was in KZN almost every weekend of 2021. And that also, no, only one death from COVID actually.
Oh.
The rest was just death. But yeah, so I was out of town and my show was on Fridays. So yeah, consistency and Shire, they always tease me at Val. But I think if I had to get a radio job that paid me and paid my petrol, don't pay me, just pay my petrol. I will be there. Because the economy we're living in makes no sense.
Yeah, it's really
So yeah, guys, that's how I got into radio. And then last year, I went for a interview at YFM. Was it last year? Yeah, it was beginning of last year at YFM. So I'm gonna try again. I'm coming back, guys. I'm gonna try again. And yeah, I love radio, guys. Yes.
When they reject you, do they tell you why? Did they tell you?
In radio or everywhere?
At YFM.
Did they tell you?
Oh no, they didn't. But also, I'm glad because I hadn't studied the radio course. So it gives me studying radio gives you a better understanding of radio, and yeah. So I'm also a person who likes to know. I don't like to answer things, not sure. I like to know. So
Does not make sure.
yeah. I don't want to be there. It's not make sure.
It's not make sure.
Yeah, no. I want to enter. So once I get this qualification, then I think I'll be more than confident.
But you're a go-getter though, I must say,
Thanks, guys.
you go for your dreams, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Who else is gonna fetch them for me, guys?
Yeah.
Who else?
And it takes a lot for people to actually do that. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause people are scared to fail, like I always say in every episode, But you've conquered that from like a young age.
You even
That's it.
DM people.
Dude.
Yeah.
I have guys, and I still do DM.
Yeah.
Even I think she's the MD of I think Hasima is the MD of YFM. My late friend Lumko Johnson passed away last year. He was at Y. Oh, they were at Y. And they were on Lula Odipa's show. So they were a content producer, but also on the show, on Lula's show. And I remember they called me and they were like, no, B, I was in a meeting regarding the show and they were asking me who is upcoming and, that I think, and I said, you. I was like, Lumka! Literally cried on the phone. Lumka was like, please, darling, it's not that deep. Because just like Lumka was like, it could be nothing. It could be nothing. I'm like, Lumka, for the mere fact that, my name is, and Lumka was like, no, when I actually mentioned you, Hasina was like, oh no, I've heard of her. I'm pretty sure so I make sure I follow those people on Instagram. I DM them. I
Comment on every photo.
Like, not every photo, but I
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sure I am present. They must know that I exist, you know?
We should do that actually. We should
Yeah,
stop having pride, bro.
It's a thing. Like, but
Yes.
don't spam.
Oh yeah. That's but just trying to reach out. you know?
Yeah, and like the MD, it's just like, no, I've heard of it, you know? And yeah, so just make yourself familiar with the industry that you want to enter and the people. And I'm not saying it will make it so much easier, but it just also gives you like a little hope that
One day.
I'm a little bit closer, man.
I also want to ask, since you spoke about throwing events and stuff like that, you used to throw crazy parties in high school. You used to throw crazy parties. I think you were known for that actually. You were known for throwing the craziest house parties in high school. Like, you were not even matric yet, I think. And you were throwing parties.
And huge parties.
And huge as like Project X, bro. Like the whole of the East End would talk about Bongi's party. I think it was every after like Magvali call,
Yeah, it was like a pins
down type of party.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that phase of my life.
you were so young.
Guys, I've always been not a money maker or chasing money, but I'm never content with just sitting. So in high school, I did parties. In varsity, I did promos. Now I'm doing my own company. I'm never content. I think I'm scared of being broke. I just want to host something with meaning as well. I don't want to just host a party for the sake of partying. So yeah, I'm still navigating around. Why is this party necessary? Firstly, it's going to be a Sunday groove standard. Why? How? Where? So that I can approach the right brands to fit into the concept. So the concept needs to be mad solid. That should be coming up maybe August after winter.
For real?
Yeah.
So you've been planning it?
Yeah, no, it's been a thought.
Inshallah.
It's definitely gonna be there because we know Bongi.
Yeah, we know Bongi. But those were too late
How
though.
do
The
you
high school ones.
put it together? Like it's about knowing people, like knowing people.
Yes.
That know people.
Yes, I mean, those parties back then, it's all about relationships. Yeah, knowing people.
Yeah.
I mean, sound was always in Dumiso.
Yeah, KTX. He used to be KTX.
Was that his?
That was his DJ name, I think.
Oh,
Dumiso Kumalo.
Was it KTX?
It was KTX.
Wild. I didn't know that, Chumi. But
Looms.
yeah, so sound was sorted with him. It was always like a bargain. And then I'd always do it at a location that would not cost me money. And then I'd charge entrance. I'd charge for cooler boxes. So in essence, all I'd be taking out would be 1.5 for sound. And then I'd charge like 50 Rand entrance. And then like
Everything else is
300
POP.
people come. So
Did you pay like the DJ? Or did he do it?
oh, the DJs, abo. Oh my gosh, it just clicked to me that Stan is no more. Stan. Remember Stan?
I don't know about it.
You guys don't remember Stan?
Is he
Stan?
white?
No, Stan, he was a DJ from Dal Park.
Nah.
I think he passed. You know, but Stan did pass on.
R.I.P. Stan.
R.I.P. Stan. I think, yeah, Stan definitely did pass on. So Stan, Dumiso, all the people that were in the game or starting the game, they'd do it for free. They'd be happy to do it for just... Because they also knew how many people would be there, so they knew...
Exposure.
Yeah, they're doing it for exposure, which is something I'm totally against now. But yeah, so... Yeah. So yeah, guys, you guys don't know Stan.
Nah.
Stan Malimela. I think did he pass? Stan did pass.
It's like you're not sure.
Like,
You want him dead?
no, I don't want. That's why I'm like, I don't want to kill Stana. Yeah, Stana. He did pass away, man. Yeah, he did.
Like recently.
Yeah, he passed away 2022. Yeah, he passed away last year, Feb.
Damn.
No, wait. Well, sorry. I'd be lying. 2021 October. Yes.
Damn.
Yes, he did pass. That's so weird.
And then
So didn't you have like problems like at the gates with the money?
Oh, not with the money. What I do is once it reaches a K, I'd always take it and put it into my parents' room.
So you always go check.
That
Yeah.
too. Your parents, what, like,
Yeah.
like,
Your
at your
parents
age also, like, were they cool with you? Like,
Mad cool. My dad was like, yeah, no, he saw an opportunity. He was like, you have potential.
yeah.
I will fund whatever party you want to host. But after
Damn.
boss party round 2, I said no. He wanted to, he was like, I'll fund you to host at a stadium. And I was like, I could probably fill it up, but no.
Dang.
Like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, and that party was to fundraise for my New York trip, guys. So my parents were, really, they were chill with me in partying in general and hosting parties
And drinking also.
and drinking.
Their parents are mad cool.
No,
Yeah.
but bangafunda that thing ukuthi utshwala ubufundele ngaphandle. And then now you're at a party filled with boys, and then now there's alcohol. Ooh, and then you're the one who decides to drink a Russian beer or a Shaliskova straight, and then also like a pansy, and then things happen, and then So yeah, it was just that thing of fundele utshwala ekhaya.
So tell us about New York. You were about to.
Oh, New York was amazing, guys. So did you guys did I ever tell anyone how much that party made?
Which party?
The boss party, the big one.
yeah.
I did tell you guys, right?
No.
I never told anyone.
No.
Oh yeah, I don't think I posted about it because people are gonna be like, "I
Yeah.
I made over 20K just off entrance.
What?
I kid you not. And there was still more people that were willing to pay 100 rand to enter, but we were like, guys, the yard
Capacity.
is filled to capacity. There was more than 500 people in the yard.
Because even outside.
there was more than 500. So we made about 20K.
Damn.
And yeah, that covered a lot. Covered a lot. So yeah, went to New York with that money. Thanks to Benoni for funding my trip. And it was amazing. It was very hot. But it's different, hey. Our place is different. The pizza's good though.
And one slice.
Yo, I know you're shy. And it's
A little
like
bit.
huge. When I was running broke, dude, they'd sell like this huge pizza slice for $3. Yo,
And
I
it's
would
filling.
walk. Yo, dude, what? I even had leftovers, boy. So it was amazing. I learned a lot. I learned to channel my energy. If I'm scared, I channeled my energy into that emotion I need. So that's why I was like, with auditions, if I'm nervous, and maybe in the scene I need to be very happy or very heightened, I will channel that energy into being happy and being heightened and being here instead of being here.
How do you do that? Is it like, those things?
That sound you just made.
They do those stuff, man. Some actors do some.
or like you meditate.
theater.
Which one is true?
Yeah,
Which
they don't.
Which one? I just don't want to hear the sound again. Just want to hear the one.
Like,
I won't lie, you are correct.
yeah.
But not in that manner. It's just a Mitlolo. It's just about channeling. But that is warming up. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but my voice is getting very,
Yeah.
it's changing. Yeah, dry, and it's because I didn't warm up my vocal folds. So that's why we do the like, okay, we don't but you do horse lips. I can't even warm up my voice because I've already tied it up. But yeah, we do look crazy in our drama classes because we do a lot. We do horse lips, we do meows, and you need to stretch your mouth. Yeah. You need to warm out. You guys must do this before your podcast, guys.
Yeah, we will.
Yes, let's do a quick session.
Teach us
Okay,
right
let's
now.
do a quick
Let's do it
session.
right now.
Okay, so just massage your face. And then you can just hum. Okay, so first step is humming. And then every time,
So how long?
do it for like 2 minutes. And then every time you run out of breath, you stop. And then, then you're going to now, the n sound.
While doing this,
Now we're going to what my lecturer would call the village idiots, the sound.
sorry.
Whitney is so invested. He's like, he is invested. And then there's horse lips. I don't know if I can do horse lips right now because I have class on. But horse lips are like, I can't hear my lips. Yeah, so it's.
You were made for this, bro.
And then there's, yeah.
Oh, boomie there. Oh,
Actually, yeah. So horse lips help with relaxing your face. Actually, they relax your entire face.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you can then do your range within. Go up and down, and then bring it into a Y bars. So it's. Larry inside. Me and him are communicating. You.
I overemphasize.
But yeah, I mean, those are very necessary for the voice. So as much as we do that, channeling of energy is, for me, it's a mind thing and it's a body thing as well. So if I'm nervous, if I shake it out, like literally shake it out, that like revitalizes my entire body, and then I feel electric, and I make sure that, okay, once I'm feeling electric, keep that feel good energy.
So you just be in the middle of the street alone, like.
Damn straight. Why not? What, dude, I do the most random stuff. Like, I'm the worst person to be with in public. It's very, like...
It's almost like meditation in a sense.
Yes, it is. Because, I mean, as actors, our body is our instrument. Our body is our... Like, that's what we work with. So we must take care of it. So we need to learn how to warm it up right. We need to make sure how to get it into a certain state, correctly and not traumatically. Like... Crying scenes now are very different. It's a different ball game. It's all about the breath. If our bodies are powered by breath, so the minute your breath changes, your body actually clocks and says, "Okay, something's saying we should be crying." It's because the breath is saying cry. So that's my trick now. That's what I use. I empathize, and then to help my body get there, and for everything to be more real. Umuntu akakhali, guys, engaphefumuli a different way. When you cry, you must realize your breathing changes.
So how
Literally.
do you do it? I want to try that.
Especially kids, though.
With kids.
Like, have you noticed when kids cry?
Yeah, they hyperventilate.
Yeah,
They basically hyperventilate. So it's all about like the short breaths. And then, like, I know with me, like breathing into like my core, like taking deep, long breaths, like that really helps bring the tears. And then once the tears are there, then my body automatically, then my breaths get shorter. Because then I want to try speak, but then I'm so emotional that, then, yeah.
I think I could actually do it. I could actually do it, bro. And right now.
Do you want to do it? So deep breath in, out through your mouth, in, out through your mouth, in, out through your mouth. Tensen up your body. Tell your body, don't cry. I can't.
Do you see this though?
Because now your
It's
body's
getting
like, now you're like, if I cry, I'm crying. No, don't cry. Don't cry. That was a disaster. But hey, so yeah, for me it's all about the breathing. So in a lot of articulation, in a lot of states that I'm in, if I'm very sad, I pay attention to my breathing. If I'm very excited, pay attention to my breathing. If I'm chilled, pay attention to my breathing. I pay attention to my breathing a lot. Like my breath.
Do you meditate? Because that's also about like breathing.
I do yoga.
To, like, your heart.
Yeah, I do yoga. So yoga, it's the same. Because every move is it's either on an out or an inhale. As an exhale, inhale. So yeah, I do. and that thing makes you clock your breathing, eh?
Yeah.
Because like I always do it via YouTube, and they're like, pay attention to your breathing. I'm here. Bring it back, and then you must bring it back, and then carry on with the flow. But it helps. Because guys, without breath, nothing ceases to exist. If that's the reason.
Nah, for sure. What would you pick though, if you had to choose between acting on theater acting or like on screen?
On screen.
On screen.
I say on screen very easily, and I know a lot of thespians are going to be like, traitor! For me, okay, guys, I love theater. Theater is what I learned first. Guys, theater is acting. Leni wana go TV, you depend on if it's acting or not. I love theater because of the realism within it. On stage, you step into the world and you can feel the energy on stage, the energy from the audience. All the energies just make everything come alive, and they really contribute to the character on that day. If you play a character the same way every day, you're doing something very wrong. So I love that aspect of it. However, there's no however. I was in a production for a year. We went and traveled. And guys, being with the same people, udla nabo, ulala nabo, utravelisha nabo, ugeza nabo, ukuruva nabo, uphuza nabo. Ayikho into ongayenzi nabo. Yo, uyamsutha umuntu. And I don't ever want that to be the reason why I tap out of acting, because it's like, it makes me, being in a production and being around people, like so many, because also being around actors is a lot, because it's a lot of energies.
Yeah.
And in mina ngumuntu who gets peopled out, not very quickly, but once I'm peopled out, it's like, whew, yeah, now I can sit in my room for a week.
Yeah.
So you don't have that choice when you are in a theatre production. And that's why, for me, I love theatre to bits. Yo, I respect it. I love it. But I can't. I think I would, if it was a one or a two-hander, maybe. Two-handers, two people, like two characters, maybe. A cast of 8 people. Oof.
Yo, I can imagine. That's crazy.
Like, yo.
That's too much, bro.
Dude, yo, it's, oof. It's traumatizing me just thinking about it. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So I prefer screen, because I get there, I do what I do. I act, I do deep, and I leave. Yeah. And if I choose to stay on set, it's just,
It's your choice.
It's your choice, but also you're just going to make noise. People are there to work, So I'm doing what I love, and I'm doing it because I'm also I'm fast. I like things to move. So I'm doing what I love. I'm doing it at the pace that my life is kind of going at. So I can do it, act, rap, go do my show on radio, come back, get feedback from my employees about Undiscovered. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, if it's theatre, I must go to rehearsal for the whole day. There's dress rehearsal, there's lighting. I have nothing against theatre, but just not for me. And the life that I plan to live. Because I plan to do a lot of things, and set makes sense. And if I want to be on multiple sets, it's possible. But if I'm in a theatre production, it's not so possible.
And also, since your schedule is so hectic, like you're doing all these things.
Exactly.
Are you in a relationship? Do you get time to be with your mans, or?
I do. I'm not in a relationship, but I'm seeing someone. Yeah, I think I'm seeing someone, but he's just as busy. I thought I was busy. I feel like I don't have a job compared to him. But weekends are a thing, and it's also nice to kind of. It's actually not nice to feel, baby. It's not nice to feel like I'm bothering you. But also, it's also really nice to feel like when you're busy that you're not deserting someone, or because he's also working. So yeah. Also
finding someone who understands the schedule,
exactly, and understands the craft. There's to get in that to understand because I'm going to set to go kiss another man.
Yo, I mean, I don't think I can do that. Can you do that?
Why?
Hell no.
It's mine Sabenze.
Nah, even like porn stars are worse, bro.
I can't.
Nah, porn stars are another level. That's.
Yeah, now the coochie comes back not the same.
For me,
imagine.
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Are you like territorial about?
Me.
Mm.
Yeah, most definitely.
So you wouldn't let your girl be in a relationship if you act, like on-screen relationship?
Nah,
Nah.
I can't date an actress. I'm sorry.
But you want actresses.
Okay, I'll compromise.
Yeah. But that's fine. For me, acting is fine. Me, my problem is porn.
Nah, who would date a porn? Okay, there are people who date porn stars.
Yeah, they
Majority of people.
very rich porn stars.
Yeah, but majority of people wouldn't though.
Yeah, majority.
Guys, Msebenzi wabo, please.
When you watch porn star?
Yeah, truth is gonna be mad good in bed. Truth is on me. I'm
So,
nigga.
none of them cheated.
I'm cheating man.
How he's fucking other women?
But it's his job.
Hey man,
But if there's no camera, you have no business having sex with other women.
I feel like they still do, bruh.
Probably,
Yeah, they
because men are men.
Women
Sorry,
are-
guys.
That's another debate. That's another chat.
Because I'm not like that. Let me speak for myself.
Okay, guys, please remember this conversation. Let's revise it. 2023, right? Let's revise it in the next 20 years.
20 years is a lot. Maybe 10.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years. Masin phakathi shiqi emendweni. Sibona. Masin ethi yeah no hayi bafethu hayi. Yeah mara kuba ne straight ku right bese ube ne.
It's tame. It's tame.
Isithembu phela isisemthethweni, that's fine. Now ufuna isembu.
No, me, no. I want that. I'm into like, one place.
Monogamy.
Yeah,
And then side dish. Wena?
I mean, they should know each other. That's why this tame is the best thing.
Okay, so you not monogamous at all. Or do you struggle with that?
Right now, I am. But in the future, I don't think I will.
Are you in a relationship?
Nah.
Who now? Quick, so fast, kanje?
Nah, I'm not. Nolo, I'm not.
But yeah, I mean, as humans, we're not. Humans are not designed to be monogamous.
Yeah.
So,
That's what Eugene said on the podcast.
is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not designed to be monogamous. So, but just come on, don't cheat, man. Ay. Be is tembo rather. Oh,
An open relationship. But that's what we're saying. That's a recipe for disaster. That one.
next thing, usibusiso ukunika more better dick than obuhle. Then ngapha njani?
Eish. Yeah, then you catch feelings for Usibusiso.
Yabo.
and then It's another story.
Thank you. It makes no sense.
I had a friend actually. I have a friend, who was in an open relationship, ne? And the girls he would go for are completely different from his girl. So she'd be insecure sometimes, cause she's like slender-ish kind of, and he'd go for like thick girls, bro. So it was like,
Take.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's also the
there's like
thing.
a fantasy in a sense.
Yeah,
that he's always
I
wanted
wanted to say that's the thing of you always want what you can't have. So maybe it's
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that. Ukuthi uyazi ukuthi inkosi yami unoslender wakhe uyamthanda inkosi impela. But mayibona izinqu vela phamba nekhanda.
Oh, snap. That's crazy.
But yeah,
Like you said, what do they have meanings?
they do. Okay, I'll start with this one. Don't worry about my scab. I stabbed myself by mistake. I was opening a box and the knife went straight through. So.
You see?
Yeah, but it's not like a...
Nah, it's not like a.
Yeah, it was so deep. Okay, so this flower over here, DL, the daisy, is Daisy Lizzie, who is my grandmother. Yeah, my dad's mom. Yeah. And then this is her last born. Her name was Daisy Violet, so hence the violet.
Oh.
So I got this after my aunt passed away in 2021 when the swarm of death hit my family. I got this last year, 2022, the day after her birthday. So I got it for them. Then this is for my mom's sister. She passed, I was in varsity, third year. Was it tax? Yeah, red tax. Third year on Christmas. So yeah, her passing was very not nice because she was in a coma for quite some time. So I just got the angel because I just feel like she deserved to be free, and she's free now. And this is on the right side because when you see into the right side, it's like a baba. Then the summer I left because I left Nesinto, beside like a man.
Yeah, you've dealt with a lot of losses in your life.
A lot.
Because even your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, a lot. A lot, guys. Yeah, from you, I can't even say he's about my boyfriend because Nesinto, I will not be so.
Yeah,
So I couldn't even go to his funeral. But yeah, I've dealt with a lot of loss. I always say I'm a very tortured soul. And yeah, I remember my tat, when I saw this tat, I was just crying. And the chick was like, oh, shout out to my tat studio, by the way. At, I don't know how to pronounce the name, or Away Studio, Tat Studio. They're in Boxburg. They do really great tattoos. And they were so comforting, and I was crying, and they gave me a hug. And they're like, dude, you seem like, why? Like, you're so bubbly. And I'm like, I'm bubbly as hell, Marandia, go, Isha. Guys, like, yeah, like from a young age, I was exposed to death, just happening around my family. Like, I've been to a lot of funerals, and all those funerals, it's like
Close people.
close family. I'm privileged ukuthi akunamuntu oke washona endlini ekhaya. But like dad's siblings, mom's siblings, those are like my parents as well, you know.
How do you see death? Like,
How do I see death?
yeah, like what's your take on it since you've been exposed to it so much? Like,
Oh, guys, death is cruel. It's flippant cruel, but under certain circumstances, I think it's necessary. Because it depends also on the situation. Umuntu uyambheka umbona ukuthi isifo sometimes can keep her out of this because they actually genuinely just need to rest.
yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you look at the death and you're like, this is unfair, this person has such a longer life. But also you don't know what life had in store for them. So maybe they were being protected from something worse off. But yeah, I just hate death of ingane, children, and I hate uniforms at funerals.
Ish.
Or a small casket that can fit in a boot. I can't. That for me is when I just say, why, God? I call, yeah. But, yeah, I know death is, yeah, guys, it's inevitable, man.
Ish. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That's the only thing that's promised in life, bro.
Literally. Is that you gonna die.
That's the only thing.
And it's just a matter of when. Yeah, so that's what my tats mean. I'm gonna get one
Like
of
a whole arm.
No,
Like a
they
sleeve
would
of
disown
people's
me.
names.
They would disown me. My parents would disown me. I'm gonna get.
So they haven't seen those.
No, they have. My mom said the day I get a tattoo, she'll disown me. But this one, she understood. And also, I spoke to the underground gang, and I asked them for a tat, and then I randomly won 3K that same afternoon, and the quote for my tats that I had gotten was 3K. So I was kind of like, it's kind of a bit of a sign. Got free money
Yeah.
for a competition I didn't even enter. I was told to enter, and then I won it.
3K? What was
3K.
that?
I know I can't disclose how.
I feel like you want to enter. Ish. You also want to enter. Randomly win 3K. Chilling at home on a Wednesday. Quinn, quinn.
So yeah, I mean, it was just it worked. The situation and circumstances for me getting this tat or these tats worked itself out. So yeah, that's how I got there.
Any last questions, bro?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions, but I think, yeah, you've answered all of my main questions, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Main question.
Yeah, the main questions, the safe ones.
Give me one and safe one.
Nah, it's fine. You're a brand, so gotta
mean,
keep your brand clean.
I wasn't gonna say I was gonna answer it,
That's the thing. So
but
it's
maybe
fine,
I
it's
would
fine.
because I'm crazy like
Maybe
that.
off air you'll answer it.
What's the point? Don't ask me that question then. If it's off air, it's you.
But thank you for coming through, though. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it. You know, I wish you nothing but the best. You know,
Straight up.
yeah, you're on your way to like doing big things. You already done big things also. So
Thanks, God. Wike, do you have any last questions for me?
If you only had 24 hours to live, what would you do?
I don't know. I'd probably spend it with my family. I'm very family oriented. I'd blow all my money in hosting my family and yeah. Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I go, I'm good.
friends.
And friends, yeah. There's a lot of my friends that take us family, so they know. Like I'm also talking to you. Yeah. Kelly, are you sure you don't have any other?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
That's a food boiler.
Was it off air?
Oh.
I'm so scared. But thank you guys for having me. This is fun.
Yeah.
Like this is how I want to spend my afternoons.
Yeah.
We should do this again.
It's very chilled, ne?
Yeah, I can be a ghost lady.
Yeah, but people know you though, so you're not really a ghost now. Think about it. They know her face now.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. You don't have to be ghost lady. Just.
Yeah, but you can just be there though.
The
yeah.
lady.
Can I ask you something very controversial?
Ew, wait.
Okay, but no, not really controversial though. What's your take on the whole Toles Mo situation? As a woman, as a Mbogoto.
Ish, I think I'm man. I don't watch TV. I don't watch podcasts.
Oh, yeah. So you don't really know much about.
So I don't think I'm too clued up to comment on the topic itself. However, I'm gonna just comment on the topic at large and in general of women being, falsely, or women, the notion of that women are falsely accusing men of rape, right? That notion. And yeah, that whole thing. I think everyone has their truth, guys. There's always three sides to a story. There's that person's side, the other person's side, and then there's the truth. So only they know, or the people that know. And I think people that are being mischievous about it and doing it for the wrong reasons, or using hashtag am I next or whatever in the wrong way, I think they'll get what's coming to them. And it's angeke kube mnandi. Not that I'm wishing anything bad on them, but guys, isondo liyajika hey. Kusemhlabeni la, kukamhlaba la, akudlalwa. So yeah, I just also really feel bad for gents in the sense that they are kind of at a disadvantage already in such conversations. They're already losing the conversation. But also they are losing the conversation because of the track record. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I said also.
Is it?
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, it's just the track record. I mean, it's like the boy who cried wolf. His track record is just not cute. So when he cries wolf,
Because I said that there are women who are really getting raped also.
Exactly.
And who never really get to tell these stories.
They side.
Because of
Yeah, and
So it's-
our people falsely accusing other men for doing that. Like
or
not
messing
watching-
up. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
messing
yeah.
up other people's realities.
And how are they the one who actually got raped? How does she feel about that?
There's so many. There's so
Yeah.
many different angles to look at it from. It's heartbreaking, guys, that it's come to what it's come to. But also the South Africa that we live in is really not the cutest for us as women. So
it isn't.
Guning.
Even now, there's that video that recently popped up of that woman raping her son.
I heard about that.
12-year-old boy, bro.
Yeah,
Mom.
and she's a cop, ne?
And she's a cop, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Dude.
Exactly. So it's, guys, I always say this, umhlaba movie. Like umhlaba movie. I don't know what the world is coming to. But personally, I don't know if I want to bring a baby into this car, because this car is cruel.
That's also my biggest fear also.
Like, yo, guys, but yeah, guys.
Especially a female.
Dude,
Oh, that's even worse. Bro.
but also a guy, because how do you condition
Him, ne?
yo, guys, I
Eish.
don't want to feel the comments.
I get you, guys.
Aglan.
Man, fuck up your